Well, there you are. Again, Charlie Greer podcast. I do this every day. Today, spitting up. Hard part is making it look easy. What? Before we start, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, there's information in the description for Zelle. Let's do this. So, hard part, making it look easy. So, anything you're doing, obviously, you want to make it look easy. You don't want to be struggling, and that's the key. I think is just make everything look as easy as possible because some things are a challenge. Anything you start, you're going to be, when you get a new phone or a new gadget or whatever, it takes you about 20 minutes to figure it out. And in an hour, um, but there's certain things that you have to like, it'll give you pause because you're like, oh, I've never done that. You just got to mow through, make it look easy, learn it, do it, live it, just, you have to, there's certain times where I was a singer. I was a lead singer, and I was gonna start a three-piece. Like, hey, I'll just get a bass player. I'll play guitar and sing, a bass player, drummer, easy done. And when I first started playing guitar and singing, it was shocking to me how hard it wasn't. Being a lead singer, hey, playing and singing is a totally different thing. I should have known. Nah, huh? I mean, literally was shocked like that. Because I'd played guitar forever and I've been singing in bands, and it's like, well, put the both together, and shocked. So what I did is I had to learn. I had to, literally. Uh, I apologize for the lighting. I set up all my equipment like it would be a gig without the other. I had my half stack there, and I had mic stand and the PA, and I literally would rehearse like it was a gig. So I would go through like 3 songs without stopping. Like I wasn't, I wanted to do it. I had a time like, okay, I'm gonna be doing an hour show, so because I got to get this right. And you're stumbling at first, and I did this like every day. I might have took like the weekends off, but I did like I'd go to do my set. I would just turn on the PA, turn on my amp, and go through my songs. And again, I would stop like every 3 songs. That's kind of what you do live. You want to I don't like to talk too much when I was playing live. And then you get in your groove. You start making it look easy. When you get it. I think that again gives people pause because they don't think that they think that everything is. It ain't like that. Sometimes you got to get. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. When I taught vocal lessons, I'd have people come in delusional, like they had a delusion, like, well, in an hour, I want to sing like Whitney Houston. That ain't gonna happen. And then they blame you, like, why not? It's like if it was that easy, don't you think everybody'd be doing it? You think there's something? A lot of it is I can tell you some things that's gonna help you, but then it's just doing like repetition. You'd be like someone going into like a trainer, a gym and going, oh, you know what? I want a 6-pack in an hour. They'd look at you like you're crazy, and then you got to do like a lot of vocal warm-ups that I taught and teach. It's repetition. You got to do it every day or every other day, whatever you're going to do. You got to build, you got to learn how to use your diaphragm and get the power from your legs and all this other stuff. And you have to warm ups, and it's like sit-ups. One sit-up is nothing. But after you do like 1,000 a day for 6 months, then you get cut. People think that there's, they think that there's something, you're just going to tell somebody something and then they're that. No. Granted, there are people that are genius and have all this time. Well, but it's a lot of work. Again, the hard part is making it look easy because you've done it so much, it looks easy. You're just like, and that goes for everything. I'm not talking about like the art people performer, none of that. Like I'm talking about just regular stuff. At the grocery store and some person's just like packing your groceries away. It's all wow, fast and quick. And because they've been doing it. Or you see a performer that looks like they were made to do it. There's hours of dedication, hard work. Hopefully working smart instead of hard, you know. But that's the key, to get centered, get certain, get ready to, do what you want to do. Have fun while you're doing it. If you're wrapped up in your head, in your mind, and you've got like this kind of, you know, mantra of like negativity, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be hard on you. You got to get rid of all that belief. And again, I was shocked when I started playing guitar and singing because I'd done them both separately. It's like, yeah, hey, and I'd even played bass and sung when I was in Lamada. But man, just switching to six string, uh, it was. I mean, I can remember that first night I did it. I literally put my guitar down and sat there. And I was just like, son of a bitch, can I do that? I was doubting, like, oh man, is this? No, I've been here before. We've done these things in the past where you have to just like learn and do and do and do repetition. So I set it up like a gig, like literally like a PA. My PA was set up. Sometimes I would just rehearse like standing there and using a practice saying, no, I'm going to set up my full rig, crank on the PA. Granted, I had neighbor, you have to turn it low. So I had to close out all the windows and doors. Fun. I even start, you start sweating like you're at a gig, And again, I do 3 songs, pause, maybe have a drink of water or something. I wasn't like working on stage raps, like, hello, come on, none of that. I've never been that way. I don't like a lot of the stage raps and how many people here tonight? Like none of that. I grew up with Kiss albums, and they're like, who likes vodka? But for me, it's just like let the music do the talking. Don't say too much. Just mow through, get it done. Now, granted, I would ask for beers. I who's gonna buy me a beer? Woo, but to a minimum. I could buy my own beer. Okay, I just thought it was funny, and that you connect with people. They buy you a beer. Next thing you know, they're your friend. Then you invite them to your after party, and hey, you just have to. When I was doing licensing, when I worked for the Shooting Star Photo Agency, I was doing photo editing and licensing. I didn't know anything about. I thought, man, I can sell anything though. And then again, you have to do like 100 to 150 calls a day. You get at that. At first, you're just you can even hear it in your voice. You can hear yourself being insecure. But you start, you do it. I literally was a carnival barker, basically. I worked on Hollywood Boulevard. I was on a wireless microphone, and I worked in the door front of the store with like the red carpet and like Oscar statues and the old, a replica of the Game of Thrones chair and all that. You could take pictures and all this. And I was on the microphone, like a carnival. Hey, you just got to constantly go. And at first, it's tough. Not a lot of people could do it. Everybody thought, oh yeah, well, give me that micro. And then in 2 seconds, they're like, here, I don't ever want to. You make it fun. Laugh at yourself. I got really good at it. I was used to be, I first started taking theater classes in like junior high, so I was used to, it's nerve-wracking to stand in front of even a small crowd. And this is another thing. Sometimes smaller crowds it's better in a bigger crowd. You can lose yourself, like sound checks at clubs. You pull up, you unload, and you do like a quick sound check, and you're in a club. You might not have been there before. And these bartenders and barbacks and roadies and stuff have seen it all, and I usually want to stick with one song. Once we got the vocals right, we do like one song. I don't want to blow my throat out, and it was nerve-wracking, even though it's like, dude, what's up? In about 3 or 4 hours, I'm going to be playing in front of like 700 people, but there's 8 people there. It was something about that. Like these, you just, like the spotlight's on you, the club's empty. I didn't like it. You got to do it though. You gotta make sure everything's sounded, the monitors, and you gotta check your voice. Again, you don't want to blow yourself out. What's hard for some is easy for others. You know, uh, that's just how it is. I have a theory that we all can be whatever we want to be. It's going to take some work. I don't believe people like, oh no, he's that or she's that or he's that, but no, you can't. None of that. Um, a lot of people with adversity in their life, some of them tend to do well because you know what, they've been through stuff. Others they're good at cronyism, nepotism, favoritism. Like they can't do anything without someone. I get that too. Shit, I mean, why not? Then a mixture of a little bit of, but you got to be strong-willed in your mind to be able to do said things. You know, again, when I was on the microphone, I was like a carnival barker basically on Highland Boulevard. Um, it was a $5 store. Everything's $5, right? We had every kind of thing you not believe: t-shirts, hats, and shot glass, everything. Hollywood and LA and that, everything. Hoodies for $5. You would not believe it. Glass sunglasses and we're selling it to tourists. Tourists are walking down Hollywood Boulevard. And above me, I had a camera and there was a counter to see how many people are coming through the store. And then one of my commission bases was called the AT, the average transaction. If I didn't keep it anywhere between $24 and $27 per person going through at the register, then they take me off the microphone. It was cold. It'd be like you dipped to 19. And someone else was step. It was stressful. So that average transaction. So it was like a weekend in the summer, holiday or something like that. And 21,000 people I greeted because I had to greet people. Where are you from? Miami. Woo, come on, party. And we're blasting music. It was kind of like a party. It was fun. Granted, it's either like some days was like the best job you've ever had, and then it was brutal other days. Like, I mean, brutal. That's where I got jumped. I got jumped by these three gangbangers from behind on the microphone. And that's not the only time. I got punched a few times. I mean, it's just, I think we all did. Everybody working there had some kind of scuffle. You're dealing with the public. But some days you're just flowing, and you make it fun. You just, again, it was, everybody thought they could do it. And we give them a chance. Fine, go for it. We give them 2 minutes. Here you go. And man, you could see the AT, the average transaction, immediately going down. I mean, it is, it is brutal. People would want to, it's what it is. And I also had like a goal. Like I had to sell so much, plus keep the average transaction going, the goal. It's like juggling fucking money. You're making a ton of money for people. And that's another thing. In life, it kind of boils down to who you know and how much money you make them. Granted, you're going to make money, but you got to make money for them, and you're always selling yourself. Life's about sales. And when I was in sales, when I do sales, I kind of just think about, like, and I know it sounds crazy, like how much I love myself, kind of not being cocky, but because if you try to use they're kind of indecisive sometimes. Sometimes they're spending money. They don't want home. I'm great. Yeah. So you have to be, like, hey, it's all good. That's kind of a teeter-totter kind of, sometimes you slip. No one's perfect. Some days you're not feeling too good, or you might have drank too much coffee and you're kind of gigs, being a gig, you're different clubs, different here, there. If you're in another town, you're just trying to build a following, and it's you got to have faith, because someday you get there and there's like 5 people. You keep going back though, like a month or two, you hit it back, a bigger crowd, bigger. The next thing you know, you got a following, and Um, at auditions, you'll be in a casting house, and there's different things can't. But you'll be around like 40 people that are up for the same thing, you know. And you're just like, oh, I kind of do the James Dean kind of thing where you just separate yourself from everybody else, be the lone wolf. Don't get too, familiar with that's just me. So I could just concentrate on what I was doing because everybody, they're all, hey man, after this we're gonna have some beers, and it's fun and that's cool, whatever. But man, I was like, hey, I want this gig and I want to get this role. I need some money, you know. Stay away, leave me be. And I've said this before, but you're on audition, they're behind the closed door. You can't see them, but sometimes you can hear them, like their choices and what they're at. You could hear how bad they are. And you're just like, oh, don't do that. Or you can hear someone that's really good. You're like, oh my God. Then of course the next person, they're just copying him. And they'll know this. See, they know this. They'll tell you. Auditions are brutal, you know. I got called for an agency, wanted to, are you being represented, Charles? No, I'm not. Come on, So I drove there, and I was invited. I get there, and at the time there was like physical headshots, so my hair was a little different. Like I didn't, because you're supposed to look exactly like your head. You don't want to show too drastic, and people do. They won't even look like the headshot. And then they'll have people that you can pay people to like shave off your fat and cover up whatever, and then you look nothing like this. I mean, they will rip you apart. So they're interested in representing me, but in their mind, and this wasn't an old headshot. It's just that, like, I don't know if I used to dye my hair black or I let it grow a bit. It wasn't cut, and they just, oh man, I can't believe you made this amateur hour move, Charles. Like, they were right. I was like, you know what, you're right. And they were, I learned a lesson. And so sometimes you need tough love. And I didn't even look drastically that different. It's just that, you got to be on the ball. And they're probably thinking, well, what else is he kind of, I get it. They were cool about it. Like, hey, what are you going to do? You live and learn. No one's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I don't trust people that claim they don't make mistakes. That's not good. I'm drinking this energy drink. Pretty good. Grape. I usually have my coffee, but mix it up. So, hard part is making it look easy. That applies to everything. Fishing, accounting, no surgery, who knows, stuff I don't even really know about, but that's what you do. You have to use repetition as your friend. Just go, do. Like when I taught vocal lessons, people are like, well, I'm not good. I've never, so you just never, what do you expect? You just want to know. Sometimes you can unlock stuff pretty quickly, but it's the repetition, just doing it. Learning to walk as a child, you got to fall. Playing my guitar. I'd have kids over, my friends when I was a kid, and you pass around the guitar. And, oh, I can't do it. Well, you just picked it up. But sometimes you can't get through. Oh no, they expect like literally you're going to pick it up and no. You got to sit there with hours of just. I would play in my room. I'd be practicing, and I had an older sister, and she's like, "Hey, we're going to song. You wanna?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm just gonna hang out, play my guitar." Are you sure? Yeah. And I'd be down in the basement or where I was at, just doing my thing. They'd go out, and it didn't seem like it was even that long. I'd just lose myself in my guitar, and I'd play to tapes, cassettes, trying to learn stuff, and have my notebooks out, trying to write stuff down. And they'd come back after like 4 hours, and they're, "You're still doing that?" Like, yeah. Are you seriously? Like, that's what I've been doing. But that's why I got good. Granted, I'm not great, And what I did was like 3-chord rock and roll, and it for everybody. You're not going to please everybody. The law of averages dictates certain things. everybody's not gonna like you. The odds are that not everybody, that's just how it is. But people look into that. They internalize, not me. Hey, that's fine. I'm not gonna, I understand certain things. And it's about what I want to do. People are like, well, you should. Okay, I get, everybody's trying to give you advice. My humble opinion, sometimes giving advice is the worst thing for you. You understand what I mean? Because you'll be pulled into this. And I was taught that from my grandfathers. Like, keep your mouth shut, man. Don't try to, because people want to help, and we're all got, pretty much we do the same thing. We're human. But I also used to, people would steal my intellectual property, meaning my riffs, my song, this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, people like, let's jam. No, like I quit jamming with people. And then when I was certain situation, I get a guitar, I would play dumb. I'd play possum. I literally would not play that well. So they'd be like, oh, because I didn't want them to steal my mojo. I'd rather them think, oh, Hayes, no, then people pick up on it. They like, dude, what are you doing? What are you talking about, man? I know what you're doing. What? Not me. And then be like, yeah, okay. Because I just got tired of, being around somebody for not even that long, and then they're like, you're like, are you kidding me? People will steal your style, your personality, your cadence, how you talk, everything, your songs, your this and that shit. That's a thing. And that's old as time. I mean, what are you going to do? Repetition. That's what you do. Like with my podcast here, I do this every day, and I'm not that great, but I like it. I've said this before. It's like therapy to me. It's therapeutic. I like doing it. I want to do more stuff, but for now, it's, hey, and nobody's watching my pod. Yeah, I get that. At first, everybody, and I've only been, I think this is my 7th month doing it every day. In about a week or so or more, I'm about to hit 200 episodes. And it's what I like to do. It's the format that I because I was I've been doing stuff on YouTube forever. And we used to do skits on this, that, and the other. And I had this fake performance art thing called Fister, the band Fister. We'd wear wigs and all that. Hey, that we're putting that up on YouTube forever. And in like 2008, 2009, we were putting a lot of the Fister stuff, and it just, we actually got label interest from. It was a joke. It was just me and my old roommate. We're like, and it was fun. And so when I've been wanted to do, so around 2017, I really wanted to do my podcast, but I thought I'd do, different things. I thought of like editing and out and all this. And then this is like, other people, that's kind of, there's too many cooks in that kitchen. What can I do? So what, because I don't want to be relying about having to fly or drive to see Buddy Holly's grave or whatever the hell it is, which I like, don't get me, but that's been done a lot. Well, what do I have that's unique? And I've said this before, I have me, though that well runneth over. I could dip my beak in that like every day, acting foolish. I can do that. I have a wealth of that. And it's, you're getting older and you're like, oh, do I want to drive to? No, but I do. I am going to be getting out. I'm going to be doing more stuff. So you're just kind of, again, the hard part's making it look easy. Granted, I'm not, I get it. My lighting's horrible, and I'm living in this like studio apartment in like a war, like a Civil War era house, But hey, for now, that's what I'm grateful for what I have. Shit. Um, a lot of people aren't. They're like, I just have to, you got to be happy with what you got. Granted, you want to strive for better things. We all do. You don't want to be complacent with your. Like smoking. I quit smoking for like 11 years, started up a few years back. I don't got to quit smoking again. But for now, it's my pacifier, I guess. I got nerves, anxiety. It's better than other things. Um, so it is what are you gonna do? Repetition. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make the hard part look easy from doing it, just over and over and over. You know, anything you're doing, like if you're cooking, and then you get your process, and how you have to. And don't be too hard on yourself. Perfectionists tend to have, and I'm not a perfectionist. I mean, some kind of, but they tend to be. They'll push that to the extreme to like point where it's sabotage. You know, and granted, it's everybody has their thing. We're all do these things, and people say, "Oh no, I'm not." Pardon me. Yeah, you are. And you have to acknowledge that so you can like move on. And some people won't. Some people aren't going to make it. Repetition. Do it again. Have fun. Don't. If you're not, come on. Everybody likes to do certain things. I used to read a lot till my eyes went bad. And I kind of miss reading. But then I have glasses, but the more I wear them, the worse my eyesight gets. Is anybody else like that? Like, take them off and wear it, and you're just like, whoa, shit. So I'd rather not. Sir, I have to, because I can't read. I can't see. That's why I don't do the live chat. Like I don't have a live stream chat going because I can't see it. I have to put my glasses on and be leaning in like, see, and it would mess with my flow. I've been thinking about doing like live, like just a live chat, like at night. I'll just so I can concentrate on, because I can't riff and flow if I'm answering the chat, which I like to do. I comment in other people's chats. I mean, not that much, but I need to be promoting myself more. But for now, it's fine. Word of mouth is the best promotion, anyways. People that like you, tell other people. That's the best promotion. Yeah, you do want to have hats and T-shirts and card, whatever it is, which I don't have. I could set up but that means, I probably will. Uh, all in due time. I'll make that look easy too. Just doing it. Just shit. Um, like right now, I'm planning on performing again, like doing a little solo acoustic, or not even acoustic, like electric, just me and singing songs. I don't want to deal with a band. I mean, I would probably join a cover band for fun and money or whatever. Just singing in a cover band, that'd be fun. Um, but yeah, and I've told this before. The reason I want to do that is because my social life is, you're not performing. It's funner when you're in a band. You get invited to more barbecues, and you get you make friends, and this and performing's fun. It can be a drag. You make mistakes on stage. I mean, forget lyrics and whatever. My thing was just mow through. Don't stop. Don't like laugh and like, oh, look at what no, just keep on going. A lot of times people won't even, I realize they won't even know you messed up. But if you dawn on it, they will. You have to just be, they say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But again, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, it's in the description for Zelle. I do this every day. I'm ranting like a madman about whatever. Yeah. So I'll be back tomorrow. Yes. But I love y'all. Be blessed. Cheers.